Hi, my name is Yiniboma Moa Peterson. I'm going to teach you the 5 perceptions in Buddhism. Okay, there's 5 of them. Now, perceptions in Buddhism are kind of like rules that all Buddhists have to follow. And for the last couple of months, I've been studying to become a Buddhist. So yeah, I've been looking into Buddhist like temples in Nevada County because there's a huge Buddhism community here in Nevada County, just like in the world. Yeah, so yeah, I'm with one of the peace because throughout my life I always felt closer to spirituality and all the teachings of Buddha. Really, I've been following my entire life up to this point and hopefully forever. I love Buddhism. I've been reading all the doctrines and everything. So yeah. So here's the 5 perceptions. The first perception is refrain from taking a life, which is violence, to be non-violent, to love the world, to not take a life, to not harm anybody, to not like hurt or damage or do anything in a violent way. That's the first perception. The second perception is refrain from taking what is not given, like stealing. Like the second perception is all about stealing. You don't take somebody else's property or anything. Like you don't take anything like a stick of gum or jewelry or like money or anything. You don't take something. So that's the second perception. The third perception is refrain from the misuse of senses and or sexual misconduct, like anything sexual, like that means just like cheating on your girlfriend or cheating on your wife or just like any of that stuff. So that's the third perception. The fourth perception is from wrong speech, which is lying. And I don't like lying. I don't like keeping secrets. I never lie. Never ever. I don't like that. You always have to be truthful. So the Buddhist way is always telling the truth. And that's one of my favorite ones, is always to tell the truth. And I don't like secrets. You know me. I have a hard time keeping secrets. I like to just like tell the truth all the time. So yeah, that's the fourth. That's the fourth perception, is refrain from wrong speech, which is lying. You never want to lie. You don't lie. So yeah, that's one of my favorite ones because I love to tell the truth. Always honesty, integrity, and the truth is very important to me. And so that brings us to the fifth. The fifth perception is refrain from intoxication that clouds the mind, like alcohol or drugs or any of that sort of stuff. I'm not into that sort of stuff. So that's the fifth perception. So yeah, I'm not into that stuff all my life. Never done that stuff ever. Never ever ever. So yeah, those are the 5 perceptions in the way of being a Buddhist, on the path of Buddhism. So yeah, they're really interesting. I recommend you all look into them because the 5 perceptions is a great way to live life to the best, to live a happy and full life. Now, etiquette for Buddhist temples. So the etiquette is like you show respect to Buddhism and Buddha himself and all the teachings of Buddha and Buddhism. The second is remove your shoes and hat. Remove your hat and shoes in the Buddhist temple and in Buddhist homes. So you want to remove the shoes because that's proper. That's part of etiquette. And then cover yourself. In a temple, you need to cover yourself. That's very important. And don't point. Buddhists do not believe in pointing, so don't point at anything in a temple. And always use your right hand only. Now that's good for me because I'm right-handed. But yeah, Buddhism still believe in left hand. Always use the right hand. And then give freely, so donate. Like give whatever you got to to the betterment of society and your brother or your sister or your family. You give freely. That's what you should do. And the last etiquette is please don't touch monks. Like you wouldn't touch a monk, a holy monk. So yeah, don't touch monks because that's not proper etiquette. So yeah, that's proper etiquette in a Buddhist temple. Thank you so much. And that's the Buddhism way of life. Thank you all.